Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling with Savage. Tonight, AEW Dynamite going down live. We'll be watching it with you. A lot of matches to look forward to tonight on AEW. It looks like an absolutely stacked card. I'm wondering what we're going to get as our opening match, our main event. I'm looking really forward to Okada versus Swerve, MJF versus Will Ospreay. Obviously, there's a lot of factors involved in all of these matches. Obviously, we know what MJF did to Daniel Garcia, and if you don't know, then you've been living under a rock or you haven't been watching AEW, but MJF embarrassed. And yes, here it is. It starts. It's AEW, and we're kicking it off hot. MJF making his way to the ring right now. And it's going down. This match is kicking off the show from Little Rock, Arkansas. Maxwell Jacob Friedman on his way to the ring right now, and you are watching Wrestling with Savage, the AEW Dynamite review, and of course the weekly update where we're going to bring you all the action from Collision, from Rampage. We're going to talk about tonight's Dynamite. I mean, listen, it's getting wild here in AEW. I'm really enjoying AEW as of late. Last few weeks have been hitting hard. They've been fun. Good matches, good storytelling. I'm enjoying everything with MJF, with Will Ospreay, with Swerve Strickland, and of course, my favorite, and I'm sure everyone will agree, it's everybody's favorite, the Tony Storm saga right now. Absolutely epic. I'm also a big fan of what's going on with Bryan Danielson. I think him being in the title picture for Swerve Strickland's championship is nothing but good. If anyone deserves their championship run in All Elite Wrestling based off the work they've done thus far in their career, it has to be Bryan Danielson, who, by the way, mentioned earlier today that he regrets only having one match with Kenny Omega. I regret that too. I'm kind of shocked they only had one match. But right now, we're about to watch the first of its kind. Will Ospreay versus MJF live here on Dynamite. And I'm kind of shocked that this match is happening already. I'm kind of shocked that this isn't happening at a pay-per-view. This seems like, two generational talents, one purely for their ring ability, one purely for their persona. But nonetheless, both generational talents, both exceptionally popular in the world of professional wrestling. And they're just giving us this match now on episode, by the way, number 250. Shout out to AEW. Elliot is in the house, and we're watching AEW together. It looks like there are fans on their feet for Ospreay. He has a pop. People are screaming Ospreay right now as MJF can do nothing but watch on and listen to the arena and the way they're welcoming this man into the building, into the ring. MJF doesn't look pleased that people are cheering for someone that's not named Maxwell. This match is actually kicking off right now. It is for the International Championship. So MJF does have a title shot here early on in his return, going right after the international title. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this matchup here. It's kicking off right now. We're watching it live together on Wrestling with Savage. Stay tuned, and we'll bring you the weekly update and everything that was in AEW. I don't see Jay in the house. Jay may or may not come. I don't know. So We'll send him another link again just in case emails are acting funny today. I actually have a funny story with emails, but I'm not going to get into that right now. MJF smart, though. He's immediately going for the exit. He's in the crowd right now, throwing water at the fans. And it is hot. MJF just tried to give a fan a pound, and that fan actually gave him the finger. MJF now ripping up some signs, throwing them at the fans. Classic MJF shit. He's telling them to shut the hell up. So it looks like right away MJF is definitely taking the role of the heel. Dodging Will Ospreay's first little attack, does a little strut, a little walk, a little ravishing Rick Rude. He actually has Will Ospreay smiling in the corner right now, who's giving him a standing ovation. Very crazy. Let's see. Will Ospreay sending MJF off into the ropes. Leapfrog into a springboard that he actually tripped him. He tripped him up on purpose and went for the hidden blade. MJF was able to get the hell out of there. MJF dodging a kick, dodging a splash. Counters a couple of punches, shoves Will into the ropes, dodges another, maybe Will cutter. Wow. Beautiful sequence to start off the night there. Great opening segment here. Daniel Garcia, by the way, nowhere in sight. And tonight on Dynamite, we have a lot to look forward to. We're going to see Swerve Strickland and Okada. We're going to see Mercedes Moné taking on Nyla Rose and much more on episode 250 as Mariah May is going to speak. I can't wait to hear what she has to say based on what she did last week. And TV time with the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. All right, very exciting stuff here. It looks like Swerve and Okada are going to main event as Maxwell and Will Ospreay are going to open up the show. Good luck keeping up with this, whoever has to follow this. So far, it's off to a great start. Looks like a very clean match. Will sending MJF over the top rope right now. MJF taking some time right now. Will Ospreay, though, not taking some time. Goes right after him over the top rope. Cannonball shoulder attack. Leaping at his ass. MJF now down on the outside. Ref not even beginning the count. Again, showing you why referees in AEW are useless. I mean, do they not start the count? What is the deal there in championship matches? Do we not give a shit about the rules if a title is on the line? Or do we just follow the rules when we're told? I make it make sense, guys. Last time I checked, when two wrestlers are outside of the ring, the referee needs to start counting to 10. No? Is that not what you do? MJF able to lure Will Ospreay into his trap. Drags him down, smashes his face into the turnbuckle, gets off some beautiful kicks, and now a running, strong arm drag, just tossing Will Ospreay into the turnbuckle. MJF now spitting his snots at the fans. Really trying to play the role up here in Arkansas of the bad guy. Will Ospreay is the baby face in this scenario. This is nowhere near the East Coast either, so. We must be living in another universe tonight. DMD merch now available on shopaew.com. Mercedes Monet merchandise available. I'll make a, you can look at it. I'm not buying it. I do like the DMD. DM fucking D. That's nice. That's nice. Big match coming up between Roderick Strong and Mark Briscoe at Death Before Dishonor. MJF with a beautiful cutter right there, able to destroy Will Ospreay. Great match here so far on Dynamite. Let's get into the weekly review. Last week, we had Collision, we had Rampage. We'll start off with AEW Rampage, where the Kings of the Black Throne were able to defeat the premier athletes. We also saw Roderick Strong taking on a good friend of mine, Ben Bishop. Roderick Strong able to pick up the quick win against the giant right there, all 6'12" of Big Ben Bishop. Ray Phoenix able to pick up the win in this high-flying four-way matchup with Angelico Commander and AR Fox. Ray Phoenix continuing to impress the world. Thunder Rosa back on track in her winning ways, taking on Rachel Ellering, able to pick up the big victory there on Rampage, Friday Night Rampage, the lowest-rated wrestling show in the world today. Top Flight and Action Andretti took on Shane Taylor Promotions, and Shane Taylor Promotions picks up a win. Shocking, unbelievable. I can't believe it. They finally have a win on the books. Here are the shots from the action on Rampage. In case you missed it, all credit to AllEliteWrestling.com for the photos. We always appreciate you. AEW Saturday Collision had a stacked card. If you are a fan of the mid-card revolution, Konosuke Takeshita defeated Tommy Billington, the Dynamite Kid, and the Bang Bang Gang was in action against some local bums in a squash match. And of course, you know, they're going to pick up the win. Roderick Strong, 2 nights in a row, winning matches against people he's 10 times better than wrestling ability-wise. Roderick Strong defeated Dalton Castle on Collision. And Nyla Rose was in action versus a trash bag, and she is your winner. Top Flight versus Shane Taylor Promotions. Top Flight was able to pick up the win there. And we had Harley Cameron versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue back on track now. They're back on track now to maybe get in the running for an AEW Women's World opportunity. I'm not sure. We'll have to stay tuned to that. And in an unlikely scenario in a world that you didn't think existed, Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly, 2 people working together you would think would be a tough tandem in AEW. They took a loss to the Undisputed Kingdom. So shout out to the Undisputed Kingdom for picking up the phenomenal big-time win on Collision. Again, here are the shots from AEW Collision as Will Ospreay just obliterates MJF over the top rope. Again, MJF just getting assaulted here, full-on aerial assault by Will Ospreay. And I gotta say, I like it. I like it. I'm a fan of it. Right now, what I'm watching is, I'd call this good shit. That's what I would call it. Because that's what it is. It's good shit. Will Ospreay setting up a table now in Little Rock, Arkansas. He has serious intentions here to maybe hurt this man Maxwell, teach him a lesson, maybe humble him a bit. I don't even think that's possible, as MJF is now begging for some mercy. Will Ospreay answers back with a vicious chop, telling him to shut the hell up with all that begging. Will Ospreay now trying to pump up the crowd as he runs in. MJF sends him up. Will goes for a counter, but ends up getting kicked in the face for it. MJF with a knee to the midsection now. Sets him up for a power driver. Will counters, sends him into the turnbuckle, hops over, does MJF. Will comes in for a single leg takedown. MJF turns it into a jumping power driver. Holy shit, that was great. Jumping power driver by MJF right there, looking phenomenal. Honestly, that was impressive. I love watching MJF wrestle, and this is reasons why. Innovative spots like that where, you know, out of nowhere, he just pulls out a jumping power driver. Will Ospreay could literally be on his way out right now. He's not moving right. And that's, as a wrestler, you don't want to see that. And as a person watching wrestling, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. But, you know, these things happen. MJF showing off a little bit, gloating a little bit. He's happy about what he just did. And now he's even talking shit to Daniel Garcia, mocking him doing, you know, Garcia's little dance right there. I was glad that I was able to cover everything that happened on the AEW Weekly Update last week from Collision and Rampage. You know, if you have anything to say or chime in, please leave a comment. Maybe you saw something I didn't, because I didn't watch either of those shows. I just bring you the results. I'm not watching Friday wrestling. I'm not watching Saturday wrestling unless it's WWE. Will Ospreay with the chops now. Holy moly. MJF sends Will Ospreay flying right over his shoulders. Will Ospreay is down. He is holding on to his left shoulder. He's checking on his hand. MJF now looks like he's back on his feet, up for the assault. Grabs Will Ospreay by the legs. Working on that left leg, working on that knee. Trying to hyperextend the knee, stretch the leg. It looks like MJF is now applying the figure 4 leg lock, and he's got it right in the middle of the ring right here. MJF gives him a little slap for good measure. And now cinching, really trying to make Will Ospreay tap out here. Ref going for the cover there. Will Ospreay better keep his shoulders off the mat. Jordan Kirby, what's going on, brother? This has been a great match so far. I mean, this figure 4 is still applied, and it's applied very strong. He's doing his best to just cinch it, break his foot, break his leg. Will finally able to grab onto the rope now. MJF going to have to break the hold, and, you know, he's going to hold on to it for a little bit extra. Man, that's got to really... How's Will Ospreay even going to walk after that? MJF knows that he has done the damage, but can he capitalize on this right now after having the figure 4 applied for so long right now? You got to imagine Will Ospreay now not feeling too good, not feeling too hot. I don't think he's going to have that spring in his step. We'll see. We'll pay attention right now. MJF with a classic wrist lock. One for good measure, goes to send him into the turnbuckle. And Will, his knee just buckles instantly on the way to the turnbuckle right there. He's not getting up, man. Who isn't here for Mariah May, man? Later today, we are going to see some Mariah May. I got some shots here. Yeah, right here. Just leave that up there for a minute. How good was that? Will checking on his foot. It might be over for Willie Will. And MJF coming over. The Wolf of AEW. Not going to hold back. He's not going to hold back because you got hurt in the match. You're still in the match. It's still a match. And it's until you just give up, you are in it. Will, just tap. It's over. Nah, see, the ref shouldn't even say back off. What do you mean back off? You out? Come on, man. This is bullshit, by the way. We're going to see Mariah May later. Mariah May, Toni Storm coming up at All In London. MJF back on the attack on this match here on episode 250 of AEW Dynamite. Will Ospreay now down, but he's not out. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, again, doing what he does best, and that's gloating and talking shit, and Will now taking advantage, trying to come back, pop up to life. Multiple punches to the face, now a nice chop to the chest, followed by another. Will, you're not going to be able to run. Stop with the running. MJF now comes out of nowhere. Will manage to get enough momentum to get off of the rope, and at that specific moment in time, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the more intelligent wrestler, the more intelligent human being, absolutely able to take advantage of that opportunity that Will presented him with a beautiful chop block straight to the knee. Now elbows to the back of the head, maybe a couple of more, because obviously this guy can't be in the right frame of mind if he doesn't want to tap out after what you've done to him, Max. Will fighting back, multiple shots to the face. Now kicks to the face. MJF seems disgruntled in the middle of the ring. Huge vicious chop. Sends him flying into the ropes. Will now has him up, set up for a sidewalk slam, perhaps. Nope, MJF counters by grabbing the eyeballs of Will Ospreay and not letting go. MJF sends him off into the ropes, comes in for the big clothesline. Double clothesline. Both men are now down in the middle of the ring. And Jordan Kirby, if you're still here, obviously, come on, man. The Mariah May explanation is going to be simple. Mariah May thinks she's better than Toni Storm. It's as simple as that. She hates Toni Storm. MJF with another shot to that knee again. And it looks like MJF's calling for the brain buster. As Will up. Will counters it into a beautiful cutter. MJF barely able to stay on his feet. Will hitting off the ropes. Springboard cutter. MJF now down near the ropes. Can Will make the cover, though? And if he can, will it be quick enough to capitalize? And as Will goes to cover him, MJF just rolls out of the ring. So, obviously, the match continues. It's not over yet, Will. You're going to have to muster up a little more here on Dynamite. We're 22 minutes into this matchup. I'm sure they're going to give it another 22 minutes. Will has MJF on the apron right now. Will Ospreay went for the Os cutter. Will's shoulder just popped out of its socket. Will Ospreay's shoulder is out. At least that's what he says. MJF didn't give a shit about that. Instead, MJF just took Will Ospreay and drove his shoulder into the steel post as we go to commercial break. So, real, not real, it don't matter. If your shoulder is dislocated during a wrestling match and the wrestler's in the middle of the match, yeah. What they should do and what they're going to do are always going to be two different things. No, Mick Thomason. Unfortunately, Mick Thomason, nobody is here. It's just a superstar named Savage that's in the house. and you're watching the greatest wrestling podcast of all time, Wrestling with Savage. And I happen to be watching AEW Dynamite, and such a night that it is episode number 250 here, and we have the pleasure of watching live Will Ospreay, MJF. It's going down right now in picture, but it is going down, and I'm keeping you posted. Both men now back in the ring. MJF going back to work on the arm. Now the hand of Will Ospreay. Nice stomp to the left hand there of Will Ospreay. He's holding on to it for dear life. This guy's knee is shot. Apparently his shoulder is out of the socket. Somehow, some way, he is still going. What a warrior Will Ospreay is, correct? Yes, he must be a warrior. Now, Will Ospreay back to his feet, trying to fight for life as MJF just takes him down to the mat again, grabbing him by the hair. Well, I'll answer his questions, Elliot, but I think it's as far as that. You know what I mean? Like, there should be fan participation in the Savage Kingdom, Elliot, because obviously that's what this is all about. I want to cover the professional wrestling for you guys, the fans, give you play-by-play, give you the weekly update, let you know everything that happened, talk about the pay-per-views, the breaking news. Hopefully not just by myself, sometimes with guests when they can make themselves available. But this needs to be about AEW. This show isn't even about Wrestling with Savage or Savage. So I'm just here. The show should be about AEW. As MJF just hit one of the most beautiful backbreakers I've ever seen in my life. Nasty backbreaker. Had him up high, dragged him crashing down right on the shoulder. And now a beautiful, I don't even know what you call that. I've never seen him do that move before. It's kind of like a suplex driver. Fans chanting, "This is awesome." And this is awesome, actually. We're at minute 26 right now. These men are still both going at it hard. No sight of Daniel Garcia. We're actually getting a clean match thus far. We're getting a match worthy of episode 250. Let's see if it stays that way, as MJF again showboating might cost him. Because Will Ospreay is banged up, but he's not dead. Will Ospreay manages to get some offense off. Puts down MJF for now, but he put down himself at the same time. What a match. What a match here tonight on Wednesday. Let me know in the chat what you think. Weekly update, baby. Wrestling with Savage. It's going down. We're watching MJF versus Will Ospreay right now, and it is getting wild. It's going down right now, baby. Will Ospreay going to the top. Maybe not. No, he's getting out of the ring. He's down outside right now. MJF down outside. It looks like MJF clinging onto that table that Will Ospreay set up earlier in the night. Now, MJF with the eye poke, able to take control. He's climbing over the barricade. He looks like he's trying to get the hell out of here. Will Ospreay not having it, chasing him up the staircase. MJF's really going up there far. Both men now fighting in the crowd. Ospreay now headed upstairs. Fans are loving it right now as the wrestlers are going through the arena live. And now Will Ospreay had a little girl just slap MJF, and MJF gave her the finger. The little girl giving Will a high five right there, having the moment of her life, getting to beat up Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Imagine that, being a child, and you get to kick MJF. You got to imagine he loved that. MJF just got clobbered. Had a nice look at the camera there. Wow, this is staying in the crowd for a while, man. This match is going much longer than a lot of you probably expected. I was hoping it would get 40 minutes maybe, and it just might. This could go down as the longest match in Dynamite history. Will Ospreay looks like he's in absolutely no pain right now. Oh, Kangaroo Kid. Kangaroo Kid. Will Ospreay taking time, appreciating the fans, working with the fans. And now MJF with a beverage. I'm not sure what kind of beverage. Maybe a Coca-Cola, maybe a liquor, maybe a beer. Something went into Will's eyes. Will with a kick somehow coming back. Launches MJF's face off the garbage can. Security now trying to make sure things stay clear for the wrestlers over here. And now Will Ospreay trying to shove MJF into the garbage can. Obviously, he can't fit in that garbage can, Will. Let's go. Will Ospreay now bringing MJF back to the ring. Don't forget, that table is still set up. Will went back into the ring to break the apparent count of the ref. I guess the 4,000 count. All right, now Will Ospreay finally setting up MJF on the table, gives him one shot for good measure. Looks like he's headed to the top rope. And there he goes, Will Ospreay going all the way to the top rope, and he is perched. MJF is still down, getting up, and he gets out of there. And he moves out of there. He rolls back in the ring. That table's not going anywhere yet. Nice move by MJF. Will Ospreay needs to capitalize this right now. I mean, MJF is still down. He's mocking you. He's playing games with you. What are you doing? Will took too long right there. MJF going for a tombstone power driver. Will counters, and then MJF counters into a cover. MJF covers into the counter. Both men now kick each other out. Oh, man. Reverse Hurricane Run, and MJF planted on the top of his head. Could be dead, ladies and gentlemen. No, Taz. That won't only rock your spine. That will crack your spine. MJF somehow lands a beautiful kick to the bottom of Will Ospreay's jaw. Hits him with the Canadian Destroyer into the cover. Will, of course, kicks out. That's not enough, Max. You should know that. This match still going on live right now. This is awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now MJF has set up Will Ospreay on this table. MJF now going to the top rope, and you got to figure here, what the hell is he thinking? Just hit this guy with a brain buster and call it a day. This is too much, Max. You don't need to be up there. MJF all the way on the top rope. Now Will rolling off. Again, you're wasting all this time getting up there. Like, what is going on here, gentlemen? MJF back on the attack, picking up Will Ospreay. Another chop. How many more chops? How many more shots can they take? 34 minutes in right now. And MJF really trying to lean into that injured shoulder of Will Ospreay right now. MJF mocking Daniel Garcia, asking him how his arm is. MJF says, I'm the best in the world. And MJF sends Will Ospreay from one barricade to another. MJF now setting up a chair. Gentlemen, get buckled in. I don't think we're going anywhere for a while. I think this match has another 20 minutes in it. Insane. 35 minutes and counting. And we're still going. Maxwell left Will on a chair. Max now with a running start. Comes in with a hot boot right to the face of Will Ospreay. MJF now jumping on the timekeeper's table. And again, gloating a little bit. Gets that spotlight shot. I'm sure somebody's getting some money shots of that right now. MJF now even drinking some water. Gets it on the fans. Gets it on the security. MJF just barking at these security guards. Goes to send him into the barricade again. Instead, he comes back with a Ospreay cutter. The Oz cutter. And it's down. Both men are down. MJF smacked the fuck out, but Will Ospreay could have a dislocated shoulder again. Wow. MJF now with a scorpion. No, goes for the was he going for the crossroads? Oh my God. Will Ospreay with the crossroads. MJF kicks out. I don't even know why these guys are going for crossroads. Wow. A big shout out to Cody Rhodes right there. The real world heavyweight champion of the world. Oh! Will Ospreay with a stomp on the elbow right there. Will Ospreay. Now MJF with the hammerlock DDT, perhaps. Hammerlock DDT. Will is maybe knocked out. Cover 1, 2. Oh my God. Ospreay able to kick out yet again. Incredible performance across the board here on Dynamite. This could be the best match that's ever happened on Dynamite. Fantastic match. The way both men worked each other. They worked the crowd. The only thing I don't like is they should have called it a hardcore match because, they're not even counting to 10. Should have been no holds barred match. That's what they should have called this. MJF, Will Ospreay, no holds barred. No Daniel Garcia. MJF was going for the heat seeker. MJF playing possum right there, pretending to be hurt. Wow, he gets the low blow with Ospreay and then the lariat off the top ropes. Cover and a kick out. How the hell is Will still in this? How is Will still kicking out? My God, man. Unbelievable, to be honest. I'm in pure shock right now, guys. I'm in absolute shock at what we're seeing here tonight live on AEW Dynamite episode 250. Will Ospreay, MJF now on the apron. And it looks like Tombstone on the apron, maybe. Nope. Will's going to counter. No, Will's going to hold on. No, Will countering right now. Oh, MJF able to get a kick in the side, a clap the ears of Will. Both men out of that tombstone scenario. MJF going for a brainbuster. Will counters, goes for a German. Super kick from Ospreay. And now Ospreay going for a power driver. No, Styles Clash. Oh my God. Styles Clash on the apron, and MJF could be fucking dead. We are at the 39-minute mark at this point. At this point, I'm thinking this might go the full 60 minutes. These guys are going to pull some Ric Flair shit, maybe. This is hardcore shit. This is a great match. And I was glad I was able to do this stream tonight so we could talk about this match, live play-by-play calling on the best match of AEW. I'm just going to let you all know. Following this match, when it's over, I'm going to give you guys the breaking news, and then we'll talk about the rest of Dynamite tomorrow night live on the Savage Storm Super Wrestling Show. I'm looking very forward to this right here. I'm going to watch the rest of Dynamite in peace tonight as a fan without having to talk about it constantly and actually really take in that Swerve Strickland match tonight with Okada. Big fan of Okada. I think he could be a future world champion as well. Both men still down. Will Ospreay able to get off some offense, but MJF still just kicking out. This match still going on. We're 40 minutes in. And this opening contest right here is going to continue in picture-in-picture. And this is crazy, guys. Elliot, it's still crazy that they're letting him go this long, though. This is a rarity, Elliot. We don't really ever get to see these kind of matches take place on Dynamite. These guys are trying to do like a throwback to the 80s when like guys like Flair and Steamboat would go out there and just have 60-minute bangers like 300 nights a year. I mean, that's all they're trying to do. This is them, their way of trying to say, like, we're those guys now. Like, they want everybody to know, like, we're the Ric Flair and the Ricky Dragon Steamboats of the world now. A lot to look forward to still tonight on AEW, and I'm going to be covering all of it tomorrow night live on the Savage Storm Wrestling Show. We're going to be talking about what I'm sure is going to be an incredible match, but can it top the match we're watching now between MJF and Will Ospreay? We're going to watch we're going to watch and talk about this complete waste of time called Mercedes Moné, where she's taking on Nyla Rose. Mariah May is also going to speak later tonight. Chris Jericho, TV time with the Learning Tree. We'll talk about that tomorrow night and everything that happened. But right now, we're going to finish watching this match between Will Ospreay and MJF here on episode 250 of Dynamite. Looking forward to seeing Swerve later tonight. It's going to be good shit. If you guys missed it, I got to hang out with Sid Vicious over the weekend. Here's a little clip of me and Mr. Sid Vicious.
Yeah, Cody left. They really left that AEW show just dead.
Yeah,
Just dead.
it's hanging on. But look, the guy's got daddy's money, bro.
Oh yeah. I want that place to stay open for the boys.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
No,
They haven't made a fucking profit in like 5 years.
No.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The arenas are fucking empty.
Right.
The toys take 6 months for them to develop. By the time the toy comes out, the wrestler's not popular.
They're not even there anymore.
They're either not there or they're not popular anymore.
Didn't CM Punk come out after CM Punk?
Yeah, 100%. He's the only one that they made a little money off the figures. Everybody else was a bust. The problem with that is Tony Khan's daddy, that's nothing to him.
No.
He could lose $500 million tomorrow. He wouldn't even
I
blink.
can worry about it.
You know what I mean? To him, it's like, that's
Well,
my son.
let me give you an idea. So
Eventually.
this Khan guy got money,
Oh, yeah.
and but he doesn't have Ted Turner money.
No.
Nobody's got that. But so if they can throw that kind of money away, guys.
Wow. So obviously, if you were watching that, Sid Vicious had a lot to say about AEW, pretty much how they died when Cody left. I wouldn't say died, but they definitely were hanging on, and it looks like they're back to a point where AEW's cooking again, and they're cooking right now with this matchup here. Dynamite 250 Live International Championship on the line. Can MJF win this match? 45 minutes coming in. Will Ospreay with a crazy running forearm. Devastating. MJF wasn't able to get the 1, 2, 3. And Mr. or Mrs. Perez, thank you, Mr. Perez. I appreciate you saying this is awesome. Thank you so much. Countered by MJF again, has him up for the Tombstone Power Driver, and yes, Tombstone Power Driver connects. MJF with the cover, collapses into the cover. Will able to kick out again. Elliott not happy about this. He says this is bullshit. Too many kickouts. You're not wrong, but you're not right. If you get what I'm saying. And the reason I say that is because if you're going into a 60-minute match, you got to have covers and kickouts so you can survive. Very difficult to run around for 60 minutes straight. The covers and the kickouts are literally part of the process so they can get through the match. MJF kind of choking Will Ospreay right there, ref letting it go. He was asking what the hell was that, but obviously he's not going to get an answer from Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Jacob back into the big clotheslining business. Sends Will Ospreay into that corner for a devastating blow. Wedge shoulder first. They also showed us a replay of the security guard popping Will Ospreay's arm back into place. And if that is indeed true, I can tell you right now, when you put something back in place that was dislocated, the pain is severe. And yeah, you can have all the testosterone in the world, like these two young studs over here that are killing it right now in the ring as MJF continues to maybe celebrate Mock a little too much, posing, making baby faces, making obscene gestures. Again, doing everything a classic fucking heel should be. MJF may be the greatest heel walking God's green earth. MJF now able to counter that Irish whip. It comes out, eats a chop. Now both men trading shots. MJF able to counter a beautiful shot, does a beautiful arm bar take down again on that injured shoulder. MJF comes in. Will sends him over the top rope, flying, lands on the outside. Will Ospreay now climbing to the top. No, springboard. And MJF says, fuck you, springboard. Grabs his leg, sends him face first into the ring apron. And he says to the fans and the people, that's why I'm the smartest wrestler. And while he's saying that, wow. Will Ospreay comes out of nowhere with a suicide dive turn, hidden blade all in one shot. Watching the replay right now, and my God. MJF is knocked out, ladies and gentlemen. Will can get him in the ring like now. He needs to get up and capitalize now. He needs to pick MJ up with all his strength and get his ass into the ring now. Which he's done. He's got him in the ring. Now Will going to the top rope. MJF slowly getting back to his feet. Will comes in with another hidden blade off the top rope. Isn't it? I wouldn't call that a hidden blade off the top rope. I'd call that like a forearm to the back of the head. Goes into the cover, and we get another kick out yet again. Beautiful shot there. Will Ospreay now on the top rope. MJF going to the top. What's he thinking? Hurricane Rana here in front of all these fans? MJF goes for the Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Will Ospreay hold on for dear life. Are we going to get a Styles Clash off the top rope now? And we do. Ow. Fuck. That looked like it really hurt, guys. My God. What's going on, Sean? Welcome to the stream. We're covering this match right here, right now. Will Ospreay goes for a cover. And, of course, they're right next to the ropes. MJF able to just grab the ropes with ease. They have to break the count. And somehow, some way, both men are still going at it. We're 49 minutes into the match. We had a Styles Clash on the ring apron. We had a Styles Clash off the top rope. That table is still up on the outside here. Picture in picture here now. It looks like MJF is setting up for a heat trigger, heat seeker on the apron. I don't even think Ospreay's head hit the apron on that one. But it looked like he still got slammed down enough to set this up, possibly. Will Ospreay now draped across the table as MJF heads back inside. MJF now going up to the top rope. Looks like MJF is taking off the foam padding of one of the ring beams. The ring post. MJF now on the top rope with an elbow drop through the table. Holy shit. What a visual, what a sight. MJF driving that elbow into the shoulder of Will Ospreay, who looks like he is in an astronomical amount of pain right now. But don't think that MJF isn't in pain too right now. Down on the floor, an elbow like that off the top rope will take just as much out of you as it will your opponent. I can guarantee you MJF is feeling the effects of that and will be for the following 7 days to come, maybe the rest of his life. Tomorrow night, the Party with Marty Jannetty podcast might as well just be fucking live. I'm going to tell them, why don't we just go live and fans can join and ask questions and we'll just talk shit and have fun and see what the fuck happens. Let's call him and confirm that, actually. Let's see if you pick up. Yo. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yo, tomorrow, why don't we just go live at like 10 o'clock?
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe. No? You want to go live at 4 o'clock?
We'll see. Let me see how this goes right now. With a live, I'm going to do a live on Facebook and see how it goes and judge from there.
All right, let me know.
Okay, I'll call you back after I do that.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right, so apparently Marty's going to be live on Facebook if you want to go hang out with him. Ask him some questions. What are we going to do here? We're back in commercial again. It's 8:52. This match is still going on. MJF is losing his fucking mind. He can't believe that this match is still taking place, and it is. Unbelievable matchup here. And we still have a lot more to look forward to. We're going to be talking a lot tomorrow night. Obviously, we got SummerSlam coming up, some big matches to look forward to, a lot to talk about tomorrow night. A lot of shows coming up. I'll be at the House of Glory Arena on July 26th. On July 27th, I'll be at Northeast Wrestling. Spencer Slade will be in action. Come on down. And then on the 28th of July, I will be at the Battlefield. Come on out for Next Man Up. It promises to be one hell of a show. Yesterday, we did the WWE Weekly Update live here on Wrestling with Savage, and now you're watching the AEW Weekly Update. We already gave you the Weekly Update. We're watching a historical match right now between MJF and Will Ospreay. But tomorrow night, we'll talk about everything else on the Savage Storm Wrestling Super Show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Episode 6. Ignore that picture. It says 5. Go to WrestlingWithSavage.com and check out all the latest merchandise, upcoming events. Go to TheWrestlingUniverse.com and you can see all the different signings they have. You can buy collectibles, toys, comic books, autographs, all kinds of stuff. This weekend, we have Booker T. We have the Bella twins are going to be there. Next week, Brutus Beefcake will be there. Elijah's coming soon. Joe Hendry's going to be there August 11th. A lot to look forward to, man. Jake Roberts, August. Tony Atlas, Jimmy Valiant. And then September 28th, we got DDP. DDP. Speaking of DDP, we'll get into it in a second. Right now, we're watching AEW. We're still waiting for a lot, but we're watching MJF versus Will Ospreay, which is still going on right now. Kind of wild to think about that. We're 54 minutes in, and this match is still going down, brother. But speaking of DDP, in case you missed it, I announced it earlier. Hopefully we'll get a better video soon, but here it is for now.
It's me. It's DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, and I want all my people up in the New York area, especially Flushing, Queens, New York, to know that September 28th, for the first time ever, Savage King Promotions is bringing in me, DDP, to the wrestling universe. That's right, from 12 to 4 p.m., you can meet me in Flushing, Queens, New York, at the best wrestling store on the planet, the Wrestling Universe. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. For all information, go to thewrestlinguniverse.com. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. See you in Flushing, kids. See ya.
All right, shout out to DDP. We're still watching MJF versus Will Ospreay, and they're going at it. Head scissor counter into a bridge pin. Able to pull off the bridge at 56-minute mark. Will takes control. Inside cradle. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Powerbomb backbreaker from MJF. Holy Christ, how is this kid still alive? What a shot to the spine, man. What the hell was that? Wow. Wild what we're watching. Are we about to get the kangaroo kick from MJF? He's pulling out the kangaroo kick. This is where we've gotten to. Fans do not want to see it. MJF goes for it, and Will counters it. Sends him into a slingshot. MJF able to counter. Grabs onto the ropes. Will now has him. Nice kick to the face. MJF now knocked out, draped off the top rope. Now, Will Ospreay going to the outside. What's he going to do here? Is this going to be a sunset flip into a powerbomb? What is Will thinking right now? Oh, okay. Okay, Will tries to go for a hurricane run off the top rope. MJF able to land on his feet. Hey, waits for Will, who had no idea. Gets the clothesline. Now MJF up to the top rope. Has Will Ospreay. Will getting pumped in the mouth a little there by Maxwell. Maybe a little much. Hurricane Rana. And now Will able to land on his feet. And this is going back and forth. And we're at the 58-minute mark. And they're pulling out shit like this. Wow. I didn't expect 60 minutes, but wow. MJF mocking the fans, and Will comes in with a beautiful kick to the face, sends Will into the ropes. Both men now shot for shot, going at it. MJF goes for a powerbomb that's countered. Knee to the face now on Will. Will with a flip kick turns it into an enziguri. Clothesline attempt gets countered. Ah, shit. Will gets a cover. MJF counters. We're getting like, Jesus Christ. What? Both men trying to cover each other like 37 times in that one exchange. Absolutely wild to see. Will goes for an Aussie cutter, and MJF able to kick him right in the mouth. Has him up now for the brainbuster. Will with another counter and a reverse Hurricane Rana. And now Tiger Driver? No. He was going for the Sternbreaker. MJF with a clubbing blow right now. Spanish fly out of nowhere. And MJF able to kick out of this. We are at the 1 hour mark. This is absolutely fucking crazy. Episode 250 of Dynamite will be one people talk about for a long time to come, because a lot of these kids, a lot of this generation, they haven't seen something like this since the days of Ric Flair, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, 60-minute match on a regular TV show. We don't get that. It's not even billed as an Iron Man match, but here we are. We still haven't had one pinfall, and we are coming up on minute 61. They are surpassing the 1 hour mark and still pulling off things that, you know, they shouldn't be able to, because they should be tired. But here they are. Will Ospreay now setting up MJF on that top rope. Will Ospreay, MJF going down. I mean, let's be honest, the match is only 57 minutes right now, but, you know, including ring entrances, it's over an hour so far. Well, with a springboard cutter off the top rope, MJF crashes face first. Hidden blade now. It's got to be over. And no, it is not. MJF somehow finds the power to kick out of the hidden blade. Will can't believe this shit. He's pulling off the elbow pad, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for bone and skin on flesh. Hidden blade. MJF knows it's coming, perhaps. He's able to duck. Will goes flying. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, the international title is on the line. MJF has never won that championship. Will he be your new international champion? At the end of the day, we are watching a AEW classic. This is, in my opinion, the best match I've ever watched on a Dynamite. Even better than MJF and Kenny Omega. Even better than Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. I'd like to say that the Bryan Danielson Kenny Omega one might have been better if it could have won as long as this one has. Because these gentlemen are coming up on the full 1 hour that they've been wrestling. Will is hell enough. He's calling for the Tiger Driver. And the ref just said, the ring announcer just said there's only 1 minute left in this match. Will Ospreay said he would never use this move again, but here he is pulling up the Tiger Driver on MJF. And that Will's not doing it. He puts him down. He had the opportunity to put him away with the Tiger Driver, and he doesn't do it. This is going to end in a time limit draw, for Christ's sakes. MJF pushing Ospreay into the referee right now. Ospreay trying to get the ref back to his feet. Oh my God, MJF with the metal braces. And the cover. And MJF is your new AEW International Champion. He was able to knock out the referee long enough to use the brass knuckles that were confiscated by AEW security. The ref never saw it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this match and new AEW International Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. It wasn't brass rings, it was the Dynamite Diamond Ring. One of them, he's won like 5 of them. Or 4. 59 minutes, 58 seconds wrestling time. 1 hour and 4 minutes TV time. MJF is your winner, and we just got through the opening match of AEW Dynamite 250, and wow, what a matchup. Elliot shaking his head. He is shocked. I'm guessing you were hoping Will Ospreay would win the match. Medical, doctors, security, producers, they're all rushing the ring. They're checking on Max. They're checking on Will. Max can't even get up. Max can't even get up. He got the job done, and he can't even get up now. All right. Let's give it to you real quick, baby. Let's give it to you real quick. All right. Your favorite part of the show that you've been waiting for all hour long. Britt Baker confirms AEW New Japan Forbidden Door return was a last-minute decision, and that's why it was so goddamn good, because no one saw it coming. Jeff Jarrett believes WCW Revival thrive. It could thrive with focused effort. But how are you going to revive WCW? Doesn't WWE own WCW? Darby Allin confirms medical clearance for his in-ring return. It looks like he's been cleared for in-ring action. It's a matter of time before we see Darby Allin back on TV risking his life. AEW allegedly didn't provide travel support to Stephanie Vacour for Forbidden Door. That's fucked up, and that's probably why she signed with WWE. If she's a superstar, treat her like one. Buddy Matthews hints at AEW return, and that's great to see. I'm very happy that Buddy Matthews is coming back sooner than later. We miss him. Cody Rhodes hated the Young Bucks narrative on his AEW arrival. I guess they were riding that Cody nightmare train. Tony Khan praises Ricochet as a top attraction amid AEW rumors. It's a matter of time before we see Ricochet somewhere. I don't know if he signed with WWE, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in AEW sooner than later. Ric Flair says Tony Khan hasn't contacted him since Sting's last AEW match on Revolution. And you know what? Maybe that's for the better. I haven't been seeing Tony Khan using as many veterans as he used to. He used to use them left and right for all kinds of things. And, you know, it's taken away from the young guys. It's bad enough we got Jericho taking everybody's TV time. Actually, that's not a bad thing. He's the Ultra. Tony Khan claims Adam Copeland's AEW run is the best of his career. Come on, man. Shut the fuck up. That's the stupidest thing you might have ever said. And also, Tony Khan rules out immediate AEW pay-per-view shows in Texas amid speculation. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about him running at 100,000 capacity. I don't know about that one, but yeah, good luck. The AEW champion, Swerve Strickland, is going to have to fight later tonight. It's champion versus champion. No titles are on the line, but he's looking good. Swerve Strickland's looking good, and I'm thinking he's going to win that match here tonight, and I think he's going to represent Team AEW very well at Blood and Guts. Tomorrow night is the best podcast in the world today. It is the Savage Storm Wrestling Show. Make sure you tune in live, and we'll update you on everything that happened here on Dynamite. We'll talk about everything that happened on Collision, Rampage, WWE, and of course, we'll be watching TNA live. So, thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage. We appreciate you being here, part of the Savage Kingdom. And we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Savage Storms Super Wrestling Show. Until then, be savage, not average. We'll see you next time.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.